name is Alex Arguello, and I'm the CEO and founder of About to Stitch. We're a creative design and tailoring studio located in New York City. Three words that would describe me would be creative, resilient, and visionary. It's really funny because when I got out of doing time, right, I was trying to find employment and I couldn't find. I wasn't getting a lot of hits, and I was going everywhere. I went to like job banks. I went to all different things to get jobs, and I couldn't find nothing. So I started getting a little bit desperate. And I said, well, you know what? I know that I know how to do tailoring very good. So why don't I look at Craigslist and see if there's any gigs? So anyway, I was searching through the Craigslist, and I came up with something that says, have you ever been incarcerated? Are you looking to be an entrepreneur? You're interested? Contact us. And I did. And I wasn't sure if it was a scam or what was going on. But what I do know was that when I went down there, to the actual first meeting, I saw this sharp-looking guy that spoke very well. He was dressed sharp. That's one of the things I really remembered the most out of him. And I was like, wow, this guy looks like he's very polished, right? Never thought that he was incarcerated. I thought that he was just like a guy. And when he spoke all this stuff and then later said, you know what, guys, I can identify. I also did time. I was like, what? And when I saw that, I was like, man, that's awesome. I would like to know more about this organization, and the rest is history. Socially, I would say that it's broadened my horizons. It's given me a bigger reach. The Five Ventures is under the it's definitely something that it helps people like me that have a strike or two behind their collar, if you want to say, and like I said, because of the limiting of opportunities of meeting people like that, socially, what it does is that it broadens my reach or my network. People that I normally wouldn't really get in contact with, now I'm talking to, and they can be presidents of companies, or they can be, let's say, somebody who just believes in the cause. They don't even have to be a high-ranking official in the company. So it broadens me because I'm talking to every kind of person out there after my incarceration. Because before your incarceration, you have different ways of looking at life, right? Your worldview is different. When you come out, you got a whole different way of looking at life. And what that does is that it actually, it brought me in. Social, I would also say, with family, because now my family believes in what I'm doing. Sometimes even your family's like, no, man, that's far-fetched. You're going to start this right now? Go work and do something else. They even sometimes that you graduating, the classes, you winning an award. Now they're invested in you. My kids, for example, my son, he would look at me and he was so proud of me, like, Dad, man, I'm so happy that you're not giving up, that you're going forward, you know what I mean? And that means a lot to me. So it's like it impacts me in a way that also impacted him. So the social impact is not just like what I'm getting out of it, but it's how I'm being influential to my loved ones, to my friends, to my family, the way they're looking at me. Spiritually, I would say that it's helped me in a way because forgiveness is essential in order for you not to get stuck in the past. I had to learn to forgive myself. I had to learn to confront my past, my mistakes. Defy helped me to verbalize that, even though I still have difficulties at times to verbalize these things, because of the hurt that they cause. Defy was the first, I would say, professional people that said, you know what, when you go to a job, tell them straight up that you've been incarcerated before. Don't wait till the end and stuff like that. I didn't believe in that at all. I was like, no way. And you know what? Sometimes I was honest, and sometimes I wasn't well received. But I'm going to say something that I think one of the things I've learned is that it's better to be open with somebody, because now you know how they feel. It's bad for you to be fake with me, but it's better that you be like, you know what? I don't really like you. I don't really like, whatever, this and that, because of my past or whatever. So I think that spiritually what it did is that it helped me to identify that I have to learn to forgive myself, and I have to learn to, where I said, one of the things that I identified myself is visionary. I had to learn to recreate my story. I had to rewrite the chapters of my book, because just because I made a mistake and I was halted for a while, it doesn't mean that I was going to stay there forever. Some of the skills that I got was definitely public speaking. I didn't really like public speaking. I'm going to be honest with you. In the beginnings of my pitches, when I was still in the early belts of Defy, which was the earlier model that we had, I'm going to be honest with you. I flunked out. I spoke. I got nervous. People clapped for me and all that stuff. Trying to be supportive, but I blanked out. So learning how to speak in public is so important. I can speak comfortably one-on-one, like right now, it's no problem. But now you're interviewing me in front of, even, like 50 people or 25 people, I start getting a little nervous. So I definitely learned public speaking for sure. Definitely that's one of them. And also is the fact that I would say one of the things I've learned is personal development. And this has been an ongoing thing with Defy. Defy was always looking for you not to just learn business, but for you to be a better person in community. And part of it is forgiveness, like forgiving yourself and moving forward and stuff like that. But even right now, I already graduated from the program, and there's a book club right now, The 7 Habits of a Highly Influential Person, and we're doing this book club, and I'm learning more about myself now. I'm learning now that other people have the same kind of things that I have, and it's kind of like I feel excited now about learning about myself and learning a better way of being influential by having a win-win attitude, by operating out of love and support, non-selfishly, as sometimes, I might be in the past. So it's continually personal development. So it means, like I said, I've learned, quite a bit of stuff, but just that piece right there, the personal development and the public speaking, are like mountains for me. My business is a custom tailoring and design company, and the reason why I started is because I love to see people look great in their clothes. I believe that clothing and personal style gives you confidence, belief in yourself, right? And it gives you a certain edge, because when you look sharp, people notice you. People want to know who you are. And I love to see people that are in the borderline of weight, not too big, but not too small. And they're wearing either super tight clothes or wearing overly sized clothes, that if they just tailor it, they're going to lose automatically 5 pounds in visual, So I love the appearance of looking good, no matter what your, body type may be. And that's something of my passion, I really feel that if I can contribute to someone's happiness, by that, or being part of somebody's wedding, by helping fixing their wedding dress or their tuxedo, I'm part of them. So it's almost like it's an amazing feeling to be part of something that you were not part of, and somebody saying, you know what, I trust you enough. This is a special day for me. Make me look great. Let's just start over saying this defies everything for me when it comes to my business. By building my self-esteem, once again, from, like I said, a person that thought he was pretty good before, but coming out and getting all these, kind of like stigmas behind you, it established in me a new belief in myself. That's the key, right? Like, moving forward, right? Not staying stuck in the past. But then getting an education in business that I thought I knew before, but now I saw it more simplified and with more specific applications for my particular situation. And without the seed money that I got, there would be no About the Stitch, because for me to open up something without having a physical brick and mortar, in my field, I couldn't really scale. I couldn't grow. And because of that, I opened up my studio, and I was able now to actually begin my business. So Defy, has helped me so much in forming my business, that it's like almost everything for me. and I continue to get education. I continue to get support, and that's incredible. Um, even now, like with the stuff, like I said, the personal development and other stuff that's been going on with Defy with me, like I've always felt supported. So for me, it's amazing. We don't have what it takes to become a business owner. We don't have what it takes to be a manager. We're limited to like only a certain level. We could only reach a certain plateau, and that's where we're stuck. I would say another misconception is that people are not passionate or hardworking, like that we want an easy ride out, like we're entitled for something. It's like you gotta hire me because I just came out and I need a job. Meanwhile, they're not seeing that we're looking for jobs and we're willing to work harder than anybody else, because we have to make sure that we not only are accepted, but that we keep our jobs. Because any little thing, they're always going to go to the guy that has the worst looking jacket. You know what I mean? They're not going to go to the guy that has the Ivy League education, because they may pat him on the back and say, "Look, son, or look, young lady, just improve this." With us, it'll be like, and I'm once again, I'm being stereotypical on my side, but just experiences that I've had or heard other people say is that we're the first to go because we're on the bottom of the tadpole, you can say. We're not really like a hierarchy, higher or middle and stuff like that. Like we won't amount to much, but we'll give him a shot. But he's never going to be the president of the company. That kind of thing. I think that's a misconception, that we don't have the brains or the education or the ability to go beyond a certain level. I would say that Defy has been meaningful to me because I've met great people. My, I would say my current mentor, Bob, is a businessman. He's an investor. He's a college professor. He's a Christian man, have similar beliefs like me. I tell you that his commitment to me and meeting with me regularly, talking to me about my business, talking about my family, just all of that stuff, I don't know how, there's no way for me to be ungrateful. You know what I mean? It's like, I feel, I'm not saying I don't deserve it, but wow, that people believe in my cause, that people want to help me. That to me is so meaningful that it's almost like when someone validates you as a human being, as a co-entrepreneur, as a a person going in the struggle like you are, but maybe in different circumstances. It builds my spirit. Yes, it might be a humanistic way of looking at life, but something, we need people, man.